class. So let us begin our afternoon with an opening prayer to be read to us by Miss Monsanto. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins as we forgive those who sin against us. Do not bring us into the test, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Good afternoon, class! Magandang buhay! So, class, do you sing? Alright. Are you familiar with the song, Mary Had a Little Lamb? Very good. So, some of your classmates already know this song. So, for you to be guided, I will sing this song once. Okay? So, Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was like a snow. Alright, but we will sing this song with a twist. Instead of singing Little Lamb, you will rephrase the song. You will change it into a sweet cupcake. Am I clear? Okay, in 1, 2, 3, go! Mary had a sweet cupcake, sweet cupcake, sweet cupcake. Mary had a sweet cupcake, sweet cupcake, sweet cupcake. Mary had a sweet cupcake with icing on the top. Wait, there's more. We have another twist. So, when you were singing the song, you will pick up some trashes under your chairs and tables. Am I clear? So, in 1, 2, 3, go! Mary had a sweet cupcake, sweet cupcake, sweet cupcake. Mary had a sweet cupcake, sweet cupcake, sweet cupcake. Go, Mary, pick up some pieces of trashes under your chair. Mary had a sweet cupcake with icing on the top. That's wonderful, class. So we practiced your talents in singing, huh? And I have noticed that you really enjoyed. So for now, I want you to give yourselves a round of applause. So now, please take your seats. Class monitor, is there any absent for today? Okay, none. So let us give ourselves 3 claps. 1, 2, 3. So before we're going to proceed, I want you to recall our classroom rules. So what is our 3 classroom rules once again? So we have first, okay, very good. Sit properly. Second, yes, Miss Bernabette. Very good. Listen carefully. That's our second rule. How about our third rule? Yes, Miss Kainsan. Okay, very good. Our third classroom rule is raise your hand if you want to say or ask something. Okay, to recap, our 3 classroom rules are sit properly. Second, listen carefully. Third, raise your hand if you want to say or ask something. Am I clear? Okay, very good. So last meeting, we've discussed about the native delicacies. So anyone from the class who can give me the summarization of our topic last meeting? Yes, Ms. Ramirez. So last meeting, yes, very good. Last meeting, we've discussed about the native delicacies as well as the management and marketing of the native delicacies. So in that, we already know the differences of the record keeping and the costing of the recipe. So am I right? Of course. So I am glad that you already remember or you remembered our topic last meeting. So for now, our lesson for today is all about the baking ingredients and its functions. So at the end of the lesson, you are expected to identify the 7 major ingredients in baking and classify those ingredients properly. Second, I want you to share and value the importance of the 7 major ingredients in baking by giving concrete examples. Am I clear? Third, I want you to differentiate the 7 major ingredients in baking and construct your own recipe by using those ingredients and measure those ingredients accurately. So I am hoping that you will be able to acquire all those said objectives. So now let's proceed. Class, have you experienced how to bake? Okay, very good. So what baked products have you tried? Yes, pandesal. Cake. Okay, very good. Pie. What else? Cupcake. Okay, very good. So I have here some cut-off pictures and scrambled letters. And all I want you to do is to arrange the pictures and the scrambled letters. So you will be going to arrange the pictures based on the definition that I will be saying. Am I clear? But before that, I will divide the class into 4 groups. So this will be the group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. So this is your scrambled letters. Group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. Okay, I will just give you 10 seconds to answer and fix the pictures in 10 seconds only, okay? So question number 1. It is a small cake in a cup-like mold. So what is this? Group 1. Okay, very good. Cupcake. May I see the picture? Okay, correct. Okay, number 2. It is a small flat or slightly raised cake. So what is this? Group 2. Very good. It is cookies. Number 3. A small square or rectangle of brick, usually chocolate cake containing nuts. Group 3. Yes? It is brownies. May I see your picture? Okay, very good. So the last question is a small shape of molded mass of bread. What is this? Group 4. Okay, very good. It is a loaf bread. And you got the correct? Okay, you got it correct. Okay, class, what do you think is the most common ingredients in baking? Okay, flour. What else? Okay, egg. Okay, may I hear from the students at the back? Okay, milk. Very good. What else? Baking soda, baking powder, sugar. Okay, very good. So class, did you know that there are different classification of flour? So can you guess or do you have any ideas of those different classification of flour? So may I have Miss Gainsan? Very good. Hard flour. Next, we have soft flour and bread flour. What else? Okay, Miss Musanto, you are correct. Cake flour. Alright, so most of you already know those ingredients or basic ingredients of baking. So, did you study the module that I have given to you last meeting? So for those who have studied it, I want you to give me some classification of flours and its functions. Okay? So, Miss Ramirez, can you give me some classification of flour based on the module that I have given to you? Okay, very good. Wet flour. And can you state the function of the wet flour? Okay, very good. What else? Okay, self-raising flour. You are correct, Miss Gainsan. So, can you state the function of a self-raising flour? Okay, absolutely good answer, Miss Monsanto. What else? Okay, bread flour. So bread flour, it is commonly used for breads, especially pandesal. So, what other classification of flour did you know? Okay, we have rye flour. And what else? Okay, you are raising your hand, Miss Bernabé. Okay, all-purpose flour. It is very common when we are baking, especially when we don't have any cake flour. We can use all-purpose flour for all baking products. So lastly, we have the cake flour. So when we are making a cake, it is very important to use the cake flour because it is very granulated. Okay, very good. Okay, class, did you know that flour is not just the ingredients of baking? There are other classification of baking ingredients. So there are 7 of them. First is the flour, as we have discussed earlier. Second, the shortening. Third, sugar, liquids, eggs, leaveners, spices, and flavorings. So now let's go to the shortening. So who among you here have an idea of those ingredients who are belong to the shortening? Okay, Miss Kiritan. Yes, you raise your hand. What is your idea? Okay, very good. Butter. So butter belongs to the shortening. So can you give me the function of butter? Okay, very good. So what else? Corn oil. Very good. Corn oil. So corn oil belongs to the butter as well. Corn oil belongs to the shortening as well. So let us discuss what is shortening later on, okay? So, do you have any idea regarding to the other classifications of shortening? What else? Yes, very good, lard. So, lard is part of the shortening. As well as the, okay, very good, the margarine. So, margarine is also part of the shortening. So, did you know that shortening is the liquid form that we use when we are baking? So it is important to use shortening instead of using water when we are baking. So next classification of ingredients is the sugar. So can you give me some examples of, or do you have any ideas of the classification of sugars? Yes, very good. Ultrafine sugar. So can you give me the function of the ultrafine sugar? Very good. You are correct. So next, we have the granulated sugar. So granulated sugar is very common in our homes. So do you have any idea of the functions of granulated sugar? So I think so you are reading your module that I have given to you last meeting. So, Miss Kuritan, you raise your hand. So, what is the meaning of granulated sugar and its functions? Okay, very good. Next, we have the brown sugar. Usually we use it when we are drinking coffee. So, Miss Monsanto, can you give me the functions of the brown sugar? Okay, very good answer, Miss Monsanto. I really observed that you were reading your module last meeting, okay? So next, and the last one is the, what else? Confectioner sugar. Very good. So the confectioner sugar is what we call the powdered sugar. Usually we use it when we are baking cakes, and especially when we are making icing. Did you know that powdered sugar or the confectioner sugar, we usually use it when we are using or making icing, especially fondant icing. Okay, so let's proceed to the liquids. So what do you think are the liquids has been used when we are baking, or the common liquids we were gonna use when we are baking? So yes, water. Water is very essential when we are baking. So can you give me the functions of water when we are baking? Very good. You are correct. So next, we have milk. Yes. Okay, Mr. Aquino, can you give me the functions of the milk? Okay, very good. Milk is used as flavorings as well when we are baking. And it is very essential when we are making cakes and pastry products. So next, classification of ingredients, we have the eggs. So eggs is very important as well when we are baking because it gives also flavor and what else? Okay, you are correct. It gives the baked product raise up. Very good. So it also gives the baked product flavor and moisture. Okay, very good. So next we have the leaveners. So what is the leaveners, or what are the classification of leaveners? So do you have any ideas? Okay, very good. The yeast is very common when we are baking or making banana cakes. Okay, and next we have baking powder. Very good, Miss Monsanto. You're very active today. So now we have, yes, Mr. Ramirez, you are correct. We also have baking soda. So can you give me the function of the baking soda? Okay, you are correct. The baking soda also gives the baked products or any baked products raising up. So the leaveners are the ingredients who gives the baked products moisture and rise up, for them to rise up, especially the bread. It is important for the bread to be raised up so that it becomes fluffy and nice to eat. So the last one ingredient is we have spices and flavorings. So what do you think are the spices and flavorings we use when we are baking? So the most common ingredients that belongs to spices and flavorings is very good, salt. So salt is very important when we are baking. It gives flavor and balance to any baked products. So the next one is what? Cocoa. Yes, cocoa powder. So very important, cocoa powder when we are baking a cake, especially our cake is chocolate cake. So it is very important to use cocoa powder. So cocoa powder comes from the cocoa seed. So the last one we have the fruit flavorings. So what do you think are the examples of fruit flavorings? Okay, very good. Banana extract. What else? Vanilla extract. Oh, Miss Gainsan, what else? Oh, what? I don't understand what you were saying, but I think I hear it. Wow, strawberry. Very good. Strawberry is very, what? Yummy. Yummy. The fruit flavorings we are commonly familiar with is the vanilla extract, banana extract, and the strawberry. Now that you already know the different ingredients in baking, can you give me those 7 major ingredients in baking? Yes? Ms. Ramirez? Very good. We have flour, shortening, sugar, liquids, eggs, leaveners, spices, and flavorings. So, anyone from the class who can give me the classification of flour? Okay, very good. We have wet flour, self-raising flour, bread flour, rye flour, all-purpose flour, and lastly the cake flour. How about the classification of the leaveners. What are those? Okay, very good. We have yeast, baking powder, and baking soda. How about the shortening? What are those classification of shortening? First of all, we have, very good, we have butter, corn oil, lard, and margarine. So the next one we have the liquids. What are those classification of liquids? We have water and milk. Very good. And also the eggs. Eggs are very important in baking. So we have the spices and flavorings. So Miss Gainsan, can you please specify those? Okay, very good, Miss Gainsan. We have salt, cocoa powder, and fruit flavorings. So to sum up, we have 7 major ingredients in baking, and those are flour, shortening, sugar, eggs, leaveners, spices, and flavorings, and liquid. They say that baking is the exact science. So why do we say so that baking is an exact science? So Ms. Monsanto, can you have an idea because you are raising your hand? So can we hear your answer? Okay, very good, Ms. Monsanto. It is true that baking is an exact science because when we are baking, we need to measure each ingredient properly based on the needed amount. Because when we measure it not basing on the needed amount, our outcome is not perfect and our baked products will be failed. So it is very important to measure each ingredient properly and accurately for us to have a good outcome and a very delicious outcome of our baked products. So am I clear? Okay, very good. So let's proceed. So with the same group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, I will give you specific tasks for each group. So for the group 1, I want you to demonstrate the proper way of measuring ingredients and the equivalent conversion of the ingredients. So I want you to make it within 10 minutes, okay? For the group 2, I want you to create and present an advanced graphic organizer that shows the different ingredients in baking. So your graphic organizer must have an illustration, okay? And then those illustrations and drawings of the various ingredients in baking. And you may also put the functions as well. Okay, here's your card. For the group 3, I want you to compose a jingle that interprets the importance of baking ingredients. Okay, here's your card. For the group 4, I want you to formulate your own sample recipe with the exact and accurate measurements of the ingredients. So there are many materials at the back. So I will give you a... Okay, Ms. Secretary, can you please distribute the materials to your classmates for each group? Okay, very good. So group 4, here's your card. Okay, so your time starts now. Okay, time's up. Group 1, can you please present your output? Okay, very good. How about group 2? Present your output here in front. Okay, awesome. You did it very well, group 2. How about group 3? Can you please present your output? Okay, very nice idea, group 3. You really made a jingle out of those ingredients. How about our last group, group 4? Okay, very good. So class, I want you to give yourself a round of applause. Thank you. Please take your seats. So, are you all set? Okay. So always remember our classroom rules. Sit properly. Please listen carefully and raise your hand if you want to say or ask something. Okay, very good. So for now, I want you to taste some baked products. So you will be going to taste a chocolate moist cake, a pandesal, and a pie. So those baked products, I will display, or they will be displayed at the back of at the back. So there are tables here. There you will be going to go there one by one for the testing. Okay, am I clear? Okay, very good. So what you will going to do is you will be able to assess those baked products using the given rubrics. So I will give you the rubrics later on. So the rubric is composed of six criteria. So I will be going to give you 4 criteria, and the rest of the 2 criteria you will be going to make it for your own. Okay, very good. So here are the rubrics. Okay, rubrics. So I will just give you 3 minutes to make it and assess the baked products that are being displayed at the back. Okay, in 1, 2, 3, start. Okay, time's up. So, Miss Secretary, please collect the papers and the rubrics of your classmates and pass it in front. Okay, very good. So, for your assignment, I want you to interview some individual or shop owner or bakery owner of your municipality or the area you are located at. And then I want you to list down all the procedures and steps and also the ingredients they were using in baking cakes, pastries, or any baked products. So I want you to write your assignment on I want you to write your assignment in a short bond paper. Am I clear? Okay, very good. So I think that's all for today. So are you happy, class? Okay, very good. So I will now dismissing the class since it is already 5 o'clock. So goodbye and thank you, class. See you next meeting.